What's up, guys? We're here again today at HardRacing, working on our aRacer series videos, and today we're doing part 3, which is going over the initial setup and the app and how it all works. So obviously, once you've installed it, your next thing you want to do is turn on your bike. And just a quick note, if you're going to be fiddling with this for a while and really want to just play with a whole bunch of stuff on it, it's best to put a little trickle charger on your battery, because if you're sitting here with your bike turned on like it is right now, all your lights on, sometimes your headlights are not on, but most all your other lights are on, your ECU's on, the wideband's on, it will eventually wear down your battery. So if you're going to do it for a few minutes, 10 minutes, whatever, that's fine. If you're going to start it up, then it really doesn't matter. But if you're really going to like play with this app and change all the settings and really delve into it without the bike running, then you really should toss the trickle charger on there, because the last thing you want to do is fiddle with this for a half hour, 45 minutes, and then go fire it up and the battery's like kind of crappy. So that all depends on obviously the capacity of your battery as well, but just a little helpful note. So anyways, first thing you want to do, fire it up, turn on the app. You should have downloaded this already from the App Store or the Droid Store. There are two versions. There's a light version where you can do minor stuff, and then the Pro version where you can do a lot more. And I know a lot of you probably seen by now, yes, the Pro version costs money. It's unfortunate, but the reality is they are always updating this app and making it better. So if they just made one app and it is what it is and never ever hired anybody to work on it, maybe it's not worth, you shouldn't have to pay for it. But if they're constantly updating this and making it better, which they have, then that's a small price to pay to have a better app and having somebody working on it. So download the Pro app, set it up on your phone, and then once you turn on your bike, you're going to go over to Settings. Make sure the Bluetooth is turned on your phone. Click on Settings. Then you're going to see your blink right there, and you click on that. And if you have an iPhone, it should just connect automatically. If you have a Droid, you probably have to put in the code, which is usually 0000, depending on the phone. But again, it should just connect right up with the iPhones. And then here, you can real quickly see the other settings are the RPMs, your gauge. If you're going to keep it stock rev limit, leave it at 10. If you're going to go over, go to 16,000. You can set your units here. Speed, you can set miles an hour instead of kph. Pressure, psi, and temperature Fahrenheit instead. And then language, and then function tips. Go back out. Alright, so the first thing you want to do once you get that done, slide over here and do quick burn. Alright, so right here it should tell you the bike, model, and then map contents. So this is really important, especially for you Grom owners. You want to try to select the closest thing that you have currently. So if you have a stock OG Grom, then you would leave it there. If you have got a big bore kit OG Grom, then you would choose this one. And if you've got a Grom SF, then you're going to choose the stock 2016. And if you have a SF with motor mods, then you choose the 16 with 170cc. So again, you may be like, well, I don't have a 170cc, or I don't have a 16, mine's a 17. It's okay. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 Grom, SF as they're called here, is all going to be either the 16 stock map or 16 big bore map. There is an 18 down here. We've been told there had some problems with the coding on it as of this video. So again, things can change, so don't hold us to this for a couple years from now. But right now, just these 4 is what we recommend for the Grom. So again, if you have an OG, use this top one that says MSX stock. If you have an OG with a big bore kit, use this second one here. It says MSX 170 with the big bore kit. If you have an SF model, that's stock, meaning not big bore kit yet, then use the third one here. And if you have a SF with a big bore kit, choose this fourth one. Again, this is all just your base map. You're going to tune it later on. So ours is an SF, it's stock right now, so we're going to do that. And then you hit flash. And now you're going to see that little percentage sign there. And it's going to say flash, and you hit yes. And do not mess with anything while it's doing this. And this is also another reason why it'd be a good idea to have a trickle charger on your bike. If your battery went down while it was doing this, that would not be good. So be smart. If you think you're going to play with this for a while, put a trickle charger on it. Also, very important, while it's doing this, don't shut off your phone, don't close the app. Obviously, it's a little annoying to have to wait, but it is what it is. Just deal with it. You don't want to lock it up and have to have issues. Alright, and that's what you're going to see when you're done. Now, don't do anything. Wait for a second. Now it says ECU connected. So now you're good. Now to complete the burn, turn off your ignition for 10 seconds. So stop right now. Turn your bike off for 10 seconds. Alright, so now flip the key switch back on, and it should reconnect all good. And now the next thing you're going to do is set your TPS. So you're going to swipe over here, calibrations, TPS learn. Now it should show 0. And then when you hold it wide open throttle, it should show 100. If it doesn't, then hit start learning, and it's going to say hold throttle wide open. And then you hold the throttle wide open. And that's it. And then you can make sure by holding the throttle wide open, it should go from 0 to 100. It's very important, otherwise your map and everything won't work correctly. Alright, so next step you want to do is fire up the bike and let it warm up, because the air-fuel ratio and auto-tune and wideband and everything is not going to kick in accurately until 60 degrees Celsius. So give it a little bit to warm up, make sure that it's all the way up to running temperature, and then we're going to go ahead and calibrate your fuel base and do the auto-tune features. So again, right now, just let it warm up. Now if for some reason it's not idling correctly, you can set the idle here. You can go higher and lower. Obviously, if you haven't done a big bore kit, then everything should idle the way it's supposed to. But if you change the throttle body, if you change the injector, if you've changed into a big bore kit, in other words, there's a whole lot more modifications, and you're probably going to have to tweak your idle a little bit. Just remember, a lot of that, especially if you've done a new throttle body, a lot of that's dictated on the throttle body first. We have other videos that go over that, where you have to set your butterfly valve set screw and then the air mixture screw on the right side, on the left side. Make sure that is all done first, because if your butterfly valve is set to 0, then the bike's not going to idle regardless of what you do here. So while we're waiting for the engine to warm up, I'll show you a couple of little things real quick that you can fiddle with while you're waiting. So you can go to, obviously at the top, monitor light, monitor pro. You want to be on pro. Right now, if you click on that, it goes to light. And basically it's very basic. But that's what it looks like under light. So basically less information, but kind of a cooler layout. And then if you slide it to the side here, go to Pro, gives you more options and stuff. So when you're fiddling with it, you kind of want it on Pro, and when you're just riding around and stuff, then light is probably a cooler way to go. So then I'll be sending calibration. Again, while you're waiting for the motor to warm up, you can fiddle around with these options. Obviously, backfire adjust is what everybody's liking to play with. So you have the backfire settings for open throttle, which most people kind of agree is silly. The one that most guys are using is closed throttle. So basically, if you're revving up through the gears and then you let off, it's going to go pop, pop. Again, like Lamborghini, Ferrari, Porsche, and all the other, go to closed throttle, and you switch that to on, and then you can do how much you want it to do and how sensitive. Most guys usually just start at 9 and 9 and back it down. So again, that's something you can tweak with personal preference. Alright, so that sums up this video right now. We are going to make more videos as we go. We'll have more coming up, so be sure to click the subscribe button down there and the bell right next to it for reminders, so that way you get notified when we make a new video. Please be sure to comment. Leave a comment down there below. Let us know what you think, future videos, any ideas for other stuff, questions you have. We will be sure to reply back. And of course, if you have any other questions, comments, or whatever you need help with, be sure to give us a call. Check out our website at HardRacing.com. We're also on forums, Facebook, Instagram, and we will get you taken care of.